I'm excited that you took this step to download our business plan template. And I hope you're able to take some time to go through it and start building an MSP that supports you rather than get pulled in to that drags you into the support all the time, right? So I wish I had a template like this when I started my first MSP. And I'm excited to be able to offer it to you. My name is Joe Rojas, and I'm here with my partner, Jeff Lair.
I'm Jeff.
Yeah, and Jeff does a lot of our content here, Start Grow Manage. He has decades of business experience. I wish, I wish I had him at the beginning. When I first started my first MSP, it would have been like a whole, I went through so much pain at the beginning. And so what we do is we combine his decades of experience with my decades of MSP experience to build this MSP growth program that we have. You know, the problem that we see way too often is that MSPs are so focused on being amazing technicians that they spend all of the time in their business solving technical problems rather than on the business solving business problems and building a company that does the work for you, whether you're there or not. And that was a hard lesson for me. I didn't get that for a while. And so I ended up, you know, kind of sleeping under desks sometimes. You guys know what I'm talking about because you've been there. So there's this assumption amongst MSP owners that they're never going to be able to completely unplug. And that, you know, they might not go on vacation, they might go on vacation, but they always have to be available. I remember like being at the movies and I'd see the phone ring and I'd be like, I'm sorry guys, I have to step out for a minute. Right. And I, you know, this is a plan to not not have that life, right? So we just had a member come back from a 3-week vacation, connection free. Probably one of the first one he's ever taken. Not probably, it is the first vacation that is connection free that he's ever taken as an MSP. And this plan is the first step, your first step on the journey to build that kind of MSP. So before we go on here, there are 2 things that I want to address, and they're really important. The first is that you might be tempted to think that this is a lot of work. The truth is that building a business is work. Like it or not, that's kind of how it is. But it is also the pathway to creating less work. And you know that the same way when you put in your RMM for the first time and you put in all the tools that did all the stuff that you did manually, that same way, this same way here. The more you put in the processes and the systems, it creates less work for you to do. And right now you're doing all of that management work. So there's this weird belief that we have as MSPs that the more we work in the business, the better it's going to become someday. And it's not. It's the more we work on the business, really. I've seen it. MSP after MSP work themselves to exhaustion following that thinking. And here's an opportunity, right? To not do that. So yes, this takes work. But what we're creating here is a light at the end of the tunnel and a pathway to get there. Now, second, and most importantly, okay, you're going to find typos, right? You're going to find,
gonna say that.
of course, because it's you, right? So you're going to find typos. We focus on ideas. We're really up here, you know, we edit our work and develop our thinking constantly. And somehow each little change leads to typos. And it doesn't matter how many times I look at it, doesn't matter how many times Jeff looks at it, and the rest of our team, everybody looks at it, and then there's still a typo. So just be aware that this is from a focused effort to keep your head of the curve, not from lack of care, right? It really is because we're in it for you. So now let's get on to the template, okay? So with the template, we divided it into 4 sections. In section 1, you're going to assess your business. You're going to see where you are because you can't get where you're going if you don't know first where you are, right? So you have to do that assessment. In the second section, you're going to define what you want, where you're going, right? So that's really going to give you that whole thing. In the third section, you're going to assess your autonomy. How well are you doing right now? And in the fourth section, you're going to identify the next steps that you're going to take to build that business machine. And that's really what's going to get you to that next level. In the next video, Jeff is going to start talking to us and talking us through each of the sections so that you can quickly and easily get started, because that is what Jeff is a master at, is really helping you implement that plan so that you can get through that. So I look forward to seeing you soon.